I mean, growing up, we were a little bit, I don't know, weird?
We just believed we could do anything.
Turns out we were just broke. We had no plumbing, there's no toilets to flush. We were boiling water to take baths with a toilet paper roll stuck on a tree branch, but they always worked really hard to make it fun for us kids.
Mom always had that kind of confidence.
You know, it's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you get back up.
If you can work hard enough, you can accomplish anything.
You just tweak this one little thing and all of a sudden it becomes special.
So we always thought that we were just on this great grand adventure. In the old days, a railroad ran through Hamilton, and this was a sort of a hub. It was a big town, it was a big deal. But then the trains went away. And so there just wasn't any reason to stick around here. Hamilton started withering on the vine.
We saw the shoe factory close and we lost a grocery store, and by 2008, most of them were closed up.
Gosh, that whole time period was just really hard for people. And our family was no exception. We were trying to help Mom find a side gig so that they could help pay off the house.
We lost most of our retirement in the market, and one day Alan was visiting and he said, "What are you doing today?" And I said, "Well, I'm gonna go pick up a quilt." And he said, "What quilt is it, Mom?" And I said, "You know, I don't remember." And he said, "What do you mean you don't remember? Do you make that many?" And I said, "No, but it's just been there for a year."
I was like, dude, are you serious? Like,
I said, "No, they're just really backed up, you know."
that was it for me. I was like, all right, if I bought you a machine, could you do this?
You know, I have never done it, but I could try because I can sew. I figure I can do anything, right?
That's my market research. That's why I call my sister Sarah.
I did take out a second mortgage on my house just to make sure we could do it.
We bought the building, bought a quilt machine, and jumped in. That is why we're in the quilting business.
When we started our little business, you know, our little machine quilting business, and obviously we didn't know it would go anywhere.
We have a shelf with 2 bolts of fabric on it and a quilt machine.
People would come in and they'd open the door and they kind of like look like what's going on, and then they like leave. It would be awkward.
Or you're like, come in, please. 3 weeks go by, no sales.
There were weeks, I don't even think we made $10.
I remember I went to the bank and I was like, I need a loan. And they were like, you made $4,000 last year. And I was like, I know, but I can get more. I just started taking a camera and filming Mom, showing how to do a quilt block. And then even defining terms, right? Our first ones are like, what is fabric? And Mom's like, here's fabric.
Golly, I know there's a hole in that needle. I've been threading it for years, but I can't hardly see it anymore.
By the end of that first year, we had almost 1,000 subscribers.
Hi, I'm Jenny from the Missouri Star Quilt Company.
Hi, it's Jenny from the Missouri Star Quilt Company.
And then the next year, we got to like 10,000 subscribers.
Hi, everybody, it's Jenny, and I've got such a great project for you today.
People started watching, and not only were they watching, but they wanted the fabric I was using.
You can just see how cute this is with that little kitty on there. It's just
That was one of those
adorable.
things where we were like, okay, that's a good way to sell.
And that was our starting point. Nobody took home a paycheck for the first year. One thing that my parents did really well is, we were such a happy family, no matter what we had. Are we all out of food? Well, guess what? We're gardeners, and we're gonna be great gardeners. And Mom just had this attitude about her always.
You know, I figured we could do anything. We didn't have money, but we had talent and fun and time, and we could work hard, you know.
And you take that same family and drop them in a quilt shop, and man, what do we got, a couple extra 100 orders to get out tonight? We'll stay all night and get that done. We have to figure out how to cut fabric 10 times faster than what we're doing. Great, we'll figure it out. I built an entire warehouse by watching YouTube videos of Amazon. I don't know about warehousing or shipping or customer service or building a town or construction or the engineering around it or pedestrian flow. This quilt company was supposed to get big enough to make $10,000 a month. It was gonna work and it was gonna be okay, but it was not supposed to be a quilting empire. We started scaling up. All of a sudden we were 50 employees, we were 100 employees.
Now it's like 400 people.
All of a sudden, I now know that I'm responsible for a lot of people's livelihood. You know, I'm responsible for the fact that they have a job.
People get to go places and build and start and finish careers here because of the work we've done. Dude, that's something to be proud of.
It's changing the whole town as well.
The town is sort of a labor of love.
Sarah said, I'm going to buy one of these old buildings and fix it up.
We've made it like the Disneyland of quilting, right? We have 13 quilt shops in town, all these different like themed fabrics. If you love modern fabric, we got your store. If you love batik fabric, we got your store. Little retreat centers, like a mini hotel. It sleeps almost 40 people. We've got a craft brewery in town. We've got a barbecue place in town. We've got a Mexican food place in town. There's a massage place and a hair salon now. I feel like it's our secret sauce as an internet company. Without the town, we're just another warehouse on the internet.
We thought we were just going to put out some videos and people would be interested in that, and we were going to teach them some things. And it is so much more.
Letters came from people whose lives had changed. Probably 80% of quilters come to quilting because they've suffered some sort of a loss. They've lost a house or a spouse or a child or their health.
They need a community. They need people around them. This is their big thing. Coming here and finding people and connecting and having great conversations.
As I help these women kind of find themselves
Sew your quilt together, sew your life together.
and find that creative part that feeds them.
It'll either be right or wrong, right? It'll either be right or wrong. They said that was hard, so I'm happy with it. I got my second win. We might be up for a while.
We're thinking about them every step of the way, and they see it.
You think you're just sewing. You want that in your house, so you make it, you fill up your house. Let's say you have a friend who's sick, and you decide you want to make them a quilt. So you fill up your life, you fill up their lives, you fill up the lives of everyone around us that we love. Do you know what matters the most to the person who is now covered with your love? It keeps them warm.
And they're grateful, and they care about us, and they hug us and cry with us and send us cookies and are incredibly sweet to us, the quilt company. I think that's the thing that like is most remarkable. It's just that it matters. People care, and it makes a difference. We started a quilt company in Hamilton, Missouri, population 1,800. And in 10 years, we've grown to be the biggest provider of quilting fabric in the world.
It's crazy.
It's just the sweetest thing.